Okay, so I have a little bit of a problem, and that is that I recorded a little bit of a rant the other night, and while I think it was good for me to get out a lot of what I say in the rant and what I wanted to get out of my brain at the time, there is a lot of stuff in that rant that is just not coherent because I was recording it at like 3 a.m. And I really want to make a video in general to kind of get the ball rolling on content creation again. When I was fresh out of high school, so back in 2016, I tried to upload videos every day for like a year, maybe a year and a half, on a different channel. And that channel did not do good. It was kind of a mix of a like let's play channel and also just me rambling or doing like a video, not like video essays, but doing videos about certain topics where I wouldn't necessarily script the video, but I would have like a outline of some sort that I wanted to go through and make sure I covered like certain topics. And so I think only like two of my videos made it past even 100 views. And then I made this channel later on, a couple years later after I'd given up on the previous channel. And I just haven't uploaded, but also the videos I have uploaded to this channel just haven't really been anything specific. There's a lot of like clips and just random stuff that I've wanted to archive or put in the internet ether in some fashion. And so I want to start getting back into content creation. I think the reason I want to get back into content creation, at least the biggest reason, is because I just want to have like an outlet for a lot of the dumb ideas in my brain. Second highest on that list of reasons why I want to get into content creation again is because I think as a kid and as like a teenager, I think I'm still pretty young because I'm 26 now. I guess a lot of people wouldn't know that because nobody knows who I am, but 26 now, and so I just know what it feels like to be kind of lost in life, and I'm still pretty lost in life, but I know at this point that I really want to help people, and the best way I kind of know how to do that is through content creation or just media in general, which I guess is content. I just think when I was like a teen and a preteen, I did a lot of like watching of YouTube and other online media. Something that sucks about content creation is like whenever I'm sitting here recording a video, my flow of consciousness and what I just spout out of my mouth is never like even remotely accurate to what I'm trying to get across. Or at least I feel like it isn't. And so it's hard to sit here and talk and then listen back to the audio and put it over some sort of video and then just release it into the ether. I feel like there's so many things that I say, and like I'll just say things without even thinking about what I'm saying. And even this like sentence is coming out of my mouth, and then as it is, I'm thinking back to myself like, this is stupid, or this isn't making sense, or like, is this even getting, like I said, is this getting the point across that I'm trying to make? And on some level, I feel like it doesn't matter. Like, it matters to be coherent and to have like some sort of point to what you're saying. But I think something I've realized recently is like, it doesn't really matter if you're saying things in the most perfect way or like the most understandable way possible. What really matters is like what people get out of what you're saying. And sometimes they don't even need to hear the words that you're saying. It's like people will, your like content that you create will make waves if you put across a very good vibe. Like, if people feel happy while watching your videos, then it doesn't really matter what you say, because they will just remember that they felt happy while watching your videos. And so, while I might not even be making sense at this moment, I hope that these videos that I plan on releasing or making with these rants just make people feel good in some fashion. I hope that it gets across to people that I'm just rambling and like I'm trying not to care so much about what I'm saying. And also, I hope that people just like can use these videos in ways that I'm not even anticipating. Like, I feel like so much of what I've made in the past has just been kind of slop for YouTube. And maybe this is also just going to be slop, but I'm trying to make it with the intention that, like, I want people to just enjoy it as, like, at the very least, a sign that you can just upload garbage, and as long as you're, like, genuine and trying to be, like, useful to other people, then people might appreciate it. And I just hope that... Hey! Okay. So I took a short break because my parents got home, and I still live with my mom and my stepdad, so I just stopped recording for a second. But I listened to this video called Hyperdrive Boogie, and the thumbnail is like 3 aliens at a bar, And honestly, I don't know if it's AI generated, but like I could totally see this image being AI generated. So it kind of looks AI generated. But it's like three aliens are smoking cigarettes and drinking. And the music is pretty catchy. So I'm going to ignore the thumbnail for now and just enjoy the music. But yeah, it gave me like a short break to kind of collect my thoughts better. So I just wanted to go off of this short little Q&A where I was asking myself questions about like if I was talking to me. These are questions I would ask myself. And so number one, I guess, is like I want to start making content again. Maybe not number one. Point number one, I want to start making content again, which I think I already said in this previous recording, but I do want to get that point across clearly. I think as a kid, I always wanted to make something. And by something, I mean like media in the form of just talking and talking about life, talking about the people in my life or like what I'm doing with my life. And so in saying that, I think it's kind of funny because it's like, how do you talk about your life if you're always just talking about your life? And I guess hopefully I'm doing stuff in between recording videos. But who knows? Maybe I'll like do a little podcast or something. That I think that's something that I always wanted to do when I was like a teenager. More towards like 16 to 18, I was always like listening to podcasts. And so I think that's kind of the direction I want to head in, but also I don't really know. When I was growing up, I always listened to this radio talk show in the morning with my mom that is like a local Colorado one. I don't know what it goes by now, but it used to be Dom and Jane in the morning. And they always have like this thing called the Mind Bender where they would ask like a little questionnaire about like, not questionnaire. They would ask like a trivia question. I don't even know if trivia question is the right word. It's like what the Family Feud questions are, but only one question. And so it's like out of, 1,000 people, what these people do blank. And then like people would call in and have to guess whatever it was. And I don't know if I said it was a mind bender, but it's called the Mind Bender. And so it was always like, oh, let's listen to the Mind Bender on our way to school, or even on days where I didn't have school, me and my mom would try and listen to it. And so I think that was kind of one of the big first inspirations for me. There was also, I don't even know what the radio show was called, but there was this really late night show that I should not have been listening to when I was a kid. But I would listen to it like every night, and the talk show hosts would talk about like sex, and I remember one specific story where like a caller called in talking about how his boyfriend chafed his penis because they were having too much sex. And so that, I don't know if that played like such a role in making me want to do like radio, but I remember growing up specifically wanting to do like a talk show. And so then as like I got into my teens, I got like I got my first laptop and I started watching like Minecraft Let's Plays. Um, and this would have been back in like 2011, like when the game first really started getting any traction. Maybe 2012. And I don't know, my like childhood best friend showed me Minecraft one day, and I didn't really think much of it. He showed me like a tower that he had made, and then I went home, and unlike a lot of people, I just didn't really care about it. I was really obsessed with like uh I think Oblivion at the time. um and so I probably went home and I played, Elder Scrolls on my Xbox and didn't think about Minecraft whatsoever. And then a few months later, I remember he showed me the game again, and like I actually got to play it. And I built like a little house, and I had a pet cow, and the cow died, and I made like a little grave for it. And I remember after that time playing, I was like, this game is really cool, and I want to look into it more. And so when I got home, I like looked up Minecraft on YouTube, and I remember watching like Sly Fox Hound and the Yogs Cast. And so those two YouTubers, quote unquote YouTubers, because I guess the Yogs Cast is like a huge thing now, and I still watch the Yogs Cast to this day. But those two channels really opened my eyes to like what I could do on the internet. And so I think that's kind of something that plays into why I want to make content now. Like I want to be that channel for some kid, and be that inspiration for somebody who just like doesn't think they could make let's plays or a talk show or video essays, if that's like where I end up going. I think one of the questions that I put on this was like what how do I plan on shaping this channel? And I think currently I'm just spitballing. I'm just kind of throwing paint at the wall and seeing what sticks. And I think that's like important, and I think it's okay to just do that. I think a lot of the time when I see like YouTubers these days starting out on YouTube, and I don't see a ton of people starting out on YouTube, but I do see a ton of like recommendations, or YouTube gives me a ton of recommendations where it'll be just like a video from a channel that has less than 100k subscribers, and they're talking about some ultra niche topic that like nobody cares about except for me. And I'll watch the video and like comment, because I always think it's I think it's fun to receive comments, at least like happy ones. I know getting bad comments on things sucks, but like getting a comment that actually talks about your video, or like asks you a question about your video or about the topic that your videos are on, is always really exciting. I think as someone who has put out some creative works on the internet, my favorite thing is to like interact with people who share an interest in whatever it is my content is about. And so I don't even know where I was going with this, but I think it's okay. That's where I was going with it. It's okay to just like throw a bunch of paint at the wall and see what sticks. Something, this is like slightly related, but something I've been not experimenting with. Something I've noticed about like building in Minecraft or drawing or making YouTube videos or like an audio recording is that sometimes you just need to like start, and you will find what am I trying to say? You'll find a outline of what it is your brain is trying to like create by just doing random shit. Or it feels random, but like I think subconsciously you know what you want to create. And so sometimes if you just start doing things, you'll be like, oh, this is the direction that I'm trying to head. And I think currently I don't have a good direction to be taking this channel in. And so just rambling into the mic and then copy pasting that audio over, I think I'm going to put this over like hunt gameplay, will at least let me get my ideas out a little bit and start being like, okay, I didn't really like how this video turned out, or I did like how this other video turned out. And then I'll be able to be like, okay, I want to start getting into the groove of producing content like this specific video. So, I don't know. I think that's it, really. Like, I don't have a plan. I'm just trying to get this muck out of my brain and onto a recording. And then if people like it or if people don't like it, I'm going to keep uploading and keep trying different things and seeing what sticks. So yeah. If you enjoyed this video, then give me a schloop and a little kiss on your way out. And I hope it, shows you that you can just upload garbage to the internet. And if people watch it, then that's cool. If they don't watch it, then you have something to look back on and think about when you're, 5 years older. You can be like, look at this dumbass. Look at this stupid little idiot that I was. So yeah, I don't have anything else to say, so I'm gonna stop the recording now. See you guys in the next video. Bye.